After all the controversy, the 20,000-strong rally took place this morning. Hundreds of women gathered at the Memorial Park before beginning the trek to the Marion Jones Stadium, where the rally would take place. The women of Belize City were joined by women from across the country who had been bussed into the city to participate in the rally, spearheaded by the Special Envoy for Women and Children, in collaboration with the National Women's Commission and the Ministry of Human Development. Inside the Marion Jones Stadium, the women were treated to presentations by several women who have excelled in their fields.
In these many years, there has been adversity and have been tribulations to endure. In business, you can never take your eye off the looming problems on the horizon. And you can never let up or allow yourself to let down your guard. But I have had, along with my husband and my family, an unswerving belief in working hard and not being afraid to offer the best quality that is possible. Second best in our endeavors should not be acceptable for any of us. Striving always for excellence has been and continues to be the Marie Sharp's way.
Always remember, not because your parents doesn't love you, not because your parents don't give you what you want, not because you want to have your own way. Just stick on to what you have in mind and always remember, man, no a donor plan. I challenge you to be the architect of your life. Make decisions that will have a positive impact on your life as well as that of your family, friends, and society at large. Define for yourself what makes you happy, as well as what makes you feel in your heart you are a successful woman.
Because only united we can move forward. And who else can better lead but the women of the country? Now make nobody fool you. We know how to cook rice and beans and stew chicken in a fire heart. And if we can do that, what other things we can do? If we can make the most beautiful children, then why can't we bring our voices together so that they listen to us, regardless of whose government is there? Because at the end of the day, we keep on being Belizeans.
Today we are learning and realizing that as Belizean women, we can do anything. It has always been so, but we just couldn't realize it because the history of our contribution and struggle was never a part of the stories that were told. The historians forgot to mention those women who stood up during movement towards independence.
Given all that was said about the rally, we found out from some of the participants why they needed to be a part of the event.
Simply because this is history in the making and I just wanted to be a part of it.
I'm here to participate in this rally. Power to the women. We'll carry this world a long way.
And so far, have you been enjoying the rally?
Yes, I've been. Only thing that is really not making me enjoy it better is the heat. It's very hot out here.
I am out here this morning because I've been listening to this women's rally, the invitation and everything. I wasn't given an official invitation as such, but I got inspired by the different announcements and what's not. And I think that as a woman, if we're empowered and we empower other women, we actually help the men to be stronger, which will give us a better society.
First of all, I'm 100% woman. I am definitely a woman advocate. I have taken the program with National Women's Commission for Women in Politics. So I have been down that road and I continue to strive for women to understand who they are and the power that we have to lead this country, to lead our families.
Whatever men can do, we can do. So we don't need to feel inferior.
I am here because
because my sisters are here, and I've always been a big proponent of sisterhood. And I think one of the speakers who's just on earlier talked about women need to be here to bring each other up and not bring each other down. And that is always my message in the work that I do, particularly when I'm teaching self-defense or doing the programming with the women's department. And I couldn't let 20,000 of my sisters come out here and not me be one of them.
My participation here in the women's rally is because I came to support the women's of Belize. I came to support this as a platform so that we can address issues, so that the government in be and the governments to be, they know and they listen to the issues that we women have, regardless which part of the country we are coming from.
Organizers say the rally is just the start of an aggressive campaign.
It seems to me that women got the message of exactly what we're trying to accomplish here. What we're doing is to come together, to really uplift each other, to celebrate each other, to really reignite the passion for the women's movement and to push forward on women's rights. In some ways, I think maybe we have become a bit complacent because we have accomplished so much as a movement. There is no denying that there are certain issues in women's rights that we have made leaps and bounds in the 40 or so years that we have been pushing on these issues. But there are still a lot of barriers left. There are still inequities and inequalities left, and these are structural, and they are socio-cultural and socio-political. And we really do need to reignite the fire. We really need our young women to understand why they must stand. So the goal of this rally is exactly that, to ignite the base for the next push forward. It is also an opportunity, it is a kickoff for the Special Envoy's women's agenda or her plan of work vis-a-vis women for the next year. And so this is a kickoff event into a series of other events that will really focus on key areas that yet are barriers to equity and equality for women. And I think that Mrs. Barrow's track record is very clear. She's been a very strong advocate, a very successful advocate on issues. So no doubt that she's very serious about getting things done, and we're here definitely to support her.
Like I said before, if it were only me walking today, it would have been a success. The 20,000 is symbolic. It would have been lovely. And as you know, of course, a number of the schools that had committed to come, they canceled at the last minute. So that really put a damper on things. But we're here, and I think we had a good crowd.
The way forward was outlined by Janelle Chanuna.
The activities you will see immediately following this event include a traveling exhibition to pay homage and to create awareness about the contributions of outstanding Belizean women. You'll also be seeing a series of public service announcements that will highlight those contributions and reignite the discourse on women's participation in national development, including political leadership. Additionally, there will be the promotion of the involvement of more girls in sports and the equalization of imbalances that still exist, even something as simple as the prizes that women compete for. But more substantively, you will see efforts of general capacity building for women working in the women's rights realm and a series of high-level strategic planning sessions between government and civil society partners, including the churches and NGOs, to develop a national multi-year agenda for advancing the rights of women and for the improvement of family life in Belize. Activities will also include the strategizing to increase financial literacy among women and increase access for entrepreneurs. There will also be a comprehensive assessment of the laws pertaining to women's rights in order to advocate for the necessary amendments. This includes support for the survivors of domestic violence to increase the psychosocial support system available.
Reporting for Love News, I'm Ava Diaz Sosa.